Last time I showed a video with DAW and ambience which react on changing its rotation. I partially recreate the Unreal Engine audio volumes system, where each of the volumes has parameters of letting other volumes sound inside it. So I've worked on a game in Unreal Engine and there were a lot of audio volumes inside the house, and the relationship between volumes was very confusing. And while I work on that DAW, I start to feel the same. The main problem was audio volumes return to their default state, and that led me to conclusion that it would be great to have a tool to organize all of these relationships between volumes. Okay, let me show you. I'm entering a volume 1 and all it's doing is just start and stop FMOD event. And you see this is not regular shape and it still works with it. So next thing it will be overlap of volume 1 and volume 2. And magnitude of this cube is actually controls loudness of both volumes FMOD events. Now we enter in between volume 2 and 3 and you hear it's just drop down loudness. This is controlled by crossfade rules, which take both volumes and control their loudness and low pass filtering. So this is the way we can place all control of all overlapping volumes in one place, and kinda nice to have. So another problem we can address with audio volumes, this is basic occlusion system. When we above a river on a bridge, it will cut off high frequencies, and if we under the bridge, so we can hear river sound without problem. So I open a new FMOD project, saving it to Unity project to have things organized. Now I'm creating and putting some samples in it and creating a 3D timeline event. And dragging some water loop here, making a loop region, sorry. And adding a parameter, loudness local. It should be 1 on default. Every parameter have so-called 6 speed, and I'm making it kind of slow to soften transitions between events and between transitions between audio volumes. Also added a DCR to main volume. I automate volume of particular track in way of actually a loop sound with loudness local parameter, not whole event. But it's not necessary, you can do as you wish. Now I'm adding another parameter called low pass local, and it's also on default 1. And I'm making the same thing with, so I'm adding effect, multiband equalizer, and automate a frequency change. So I just adjust it and it will cut off high frequencies. Now I should do the same with another event in this project, just to have kind of two events to demonstrate how audio volumes transition. So I'm making like engine sound and do pretty much the same things here. So creating a loop, making it a little bit louder, and add just the same parameters as it was in previous event, and making pretty much the same thing as it was in that one. But this is a 2D event. So I'm showing that it's not obviously should be 3D or 2D events, it doesn't matter. So now it's okay, and we can proceed with building this FMOD project and actually making can go to Unity. So we open Unity, choosing any project we want. Just it should have some player controller to move around, and creating a project. What we should do first is add some plugins to this project, and one of them is ProBuilder, which is in Unity registry, and you need to type ProBuilder and you will definitely, or build, and you definitely find it. Just in a new version of Unity, install button is up in this up right corner of this window, and it will install as ProBuilder. Okay, great. Now we need to and we have this ProBuilder window, which we will need later on. Now we need to find in My Assets FMOD. If you don't have FMOD, you need to go to Asset Store, Unity Asset Store, and register there, and just put it in your library. Then you will have it in your package. Need to install it. And we need to go through this linking wizard. I'm using the master build for this. You can use a studio project, anything you like. In this project, one of the cameras is just built in prefab, so it's not can be changed, so it doesn't matter if it's there or not. Now you need to download audio volume unity package. I put a link below to GitHub page, and you just download it and import it while opening the project you need. Okay, so it might be some kind of this problem with FMOD wizard showing a few times, but it doesn't matter. It will work, hopefully. Okay, so this audio volume essential has scripts and prefabs. It has crossfade prefab. You can drag it to your scene, to any place. Then you have like a mesh collider audio volume, so it's Pro Builder based audio volume, and you have simple collision volume. And you can put it in a scene just to take a look if it works. Something wrong with prefab here, to tell the truth. Somehow collision is bigger than not collision, but shape is bigger than collision. I think so. Maybe not. Okay, but I will fix it. I think I will fix it in update. Now you should change events in sound sources to your events, actually, which you want to try. And what else do you need? You need to have a crossfade rule, I guess. Yes. So you could add, you can check actually if it works or not just without it. And what? Oh, so we forget about layer. So we need to make an additional layer, and I forgot to add sound collision box to player character. So we add in a sound collisions layer. Then we should, and I guess it's just, seems like colliders, yeah, automatically it adds these layers. And now here in project setting you should uncheck all collision with sound collisions except sound collisions itself. Okay, I guess it probably should work now. Yeah. So we have two sounds now seen. You see in the console that it shows active volumes, how many active volumes present in the scene. And we can have a rule. We just we don't have now sound changer, so it will be like static rule. So what do we have? So now we hear reverb, but don't hear an engine, and it's probably because I made too much of low pass filtering for engines. That's why I actually don't hear it well. So probably if I change it, maybe, yeah, now we can hear it's actually engine. So that's pretty much it, I think. So now you can experiment with this whole thing and just check if it's do some good for you. So, okay, there is a different problem with this solution. One, it's unique names of volumes, which is source code of game objects on a scene. It will change when the scene is changing and reloading and something like this. So this might be a problem with this. Another thing is, for the moment, the possibility to have only 2 volume rules. So you can't have 3 volume or 4 volume rule. So I need to figure out how to do it. So maybe to have some kind of priority structure and things like that. So I don't know how to approach this yet. And I think main problem is that, as I probably mentioned in previous videos, that mesh collider, you should have 2 mesh colliders actually. One is bigger, one is smaller. And the problem with complex meshes that there is no way to find a real center of it. That's why scaling sometimes gets very weird. And part of a shape, a smaller shape, could actually overlap with a bigger one. If you have some kind of problems like sound changing from in a different way, like you're inside of a rule and you hear something that should be outside it. So this is probably it. You should check meshes and adjust it manually. So this is what I want to talk about as last point, and thank you for listening, and I hope it will help you somehow.